Once you master just one or all of these 6 techniques, your manifestations will come to you so much faster. You will be shocked at how easy it was all along after watching this video. I know that I was shocked at how fast my manifestations started coming to me after implementing these minor changes in my life. And the best part is that all of these techniques are so different from each other that I am extremely confident that everyone will find their match among these techniques. Technique number 1 is accept the power of your imagination. With this, I mean accept the fact that manifesting is this easy. You want something, you make it yours in imagination. I mean, you feel it real. Then you have it. It's yours. Stop calling it a desire at that point. Call it your possession because it is yours. Every time you catch yourself referring to a desire as your desire or think of it as something in the future, stop yourself. What desire? It's not your desire. If you already have it, be grateful that you already have it and go about your day, because that is what you would do if it was already in your reality. When man finally identifies himself with his imagination rather than his senses, he has at long last discovered the core of reality. Neville Goddard. And while we're at it, let's check how Neville Goddard would answer some of the most asked questions in regards to manifesting and believing in the power of your imagination. Question number 1. I desire something intensely, but it isn't manifesting. What am I doing wrong? The answer is, it is not what you want. You attract what you believe to be true. Despite watching all of the manifestation videos out there, I am not seeing results. Why? Knowing what to do is one thing, doing it is another. And we are called upon to be the doers of this world and not just hearers, only deceiving ourselves. You can read one of my books over and over again. You can tell others what the book says, but if you never apply this message, the mere reading of its words will not benefit you. But if you test your imagination, it will prove itself in performance. Technique number 2 is Neville Goddard approved, and it is fall asleep. In his own words, he says, "But I do believe in that sleeping during the action in some strange way seems to hasten the interval between the doing and the realization of it. Of course, you don't have to sleep, but I have found from experience that if I can fall asleep while I'm performing the action which implies the fulfillment of my dream, that I quickly collapse the time. In Little Barbados, it took me less than 1 day to have passage on the ship." The time between wakefulness and sleep is a very special time frame. In this little time frame, you have enough willpower to repeat a certain information or scene, but you're not conscious enough for your conscious mind to judge the current truth of it. Whatever you feed yourself in that time frame goes straight to your subconscious. So instead of affirming for hours on end at daytime, do 10 minutes before sleep and you will be leaped into your new reality. And this is seriously one of those techniques that you constantly hear about. And they make sense, but somehow you never really try it. But one day you do, kind of an accident, and 3 days later you receive your manifestation. So thinking, how did I sleep on this for this long? Long story short, you have to try it. Technique number 3 is also Neville Goddard inspired, yay! And it is about intensity. Neville says that you can shorten the interval between your imagination and getting to your manifestation in your 3D by intensity. Like boiling water, he compares it to boiling water. He says that I can put on a pot of boiling water in the morning and think I turned up the entire flame, and I didn't. So I wonder, when I finish reading my paper, what on earth has happened to the boiling water? Where is my tea? Only to find that I didn't turn it on, or I turned on the flame with such little intensity. So the intensity would hasten the boiling point. The same can be said about manifesting. But how can you turn up the intensity? Simply by withdrawing from this reality longer and more intensely than you would usually do. If you are usually visualizing for 5 minutes, try 15 minutes. If you are generally visualizing without adding any details or much detail, this time around, be as detailed as you possibly could. Incorporate all of your 5 senses: makeup, smells, feelings, colors, whatever. A little heads up here, your manifestations work regardless of your intensity, but it is a major improvement, and Neville Goddard says about that, it will still boil if I'm loyal. But if I'm intense, I simply hasten the birth. Technique number 4 is make time to imagine. Sometimes you think that we make time to imagine, or affirm our perfect reality, but if we are real honest with ourselves, the majority of our thoughts are affirming our current reality, and it's just a fraction of your time that is dedicated to nurturing your inner reality, and that is why you're not seeing it just yet. I know it is easier said than done if you are busy and you're not used to this, but as with every habit, if you can keep this up for 21 days, then you will naturally do this without feeling like it's a chore. Aim for 3 times a day, 5 to 10 minute long timed sessions if needed. Commit to this, even if you're not feeling like it. Future you will thank you. Technique number 5. See bad things happening as an opportunity to prove to yourself how amazing of a manifestor you are and how much you have learned along the way. You can flip any experience around from negative to positive. So no matter what happens, show this lightheartedness, show this certainty every time you're faced with situations that may seem not as pleasant at first sight. And this also implies for situations where you don't have your manifestations just yet and you start to doubt and you start to waver. Just remember, no matter what happens, you can turn it around. This is like the one rule of manifesting. If you assume it true, it will become true. So show that you know exactly what this statement means and that you are implementing this in your life actively, okay? You're not just saying it, you are meaning it, so show it. Technique number 6, our last technique, is revise your manifestation skills. This one is from Reddit and I love it. I think it's awesome and I never really thought about revision in that way, but it's so logical. To speed up your manifestations, go back to your childhood and your imagination and revise that you were taught manifesting at a very young age by your parents. And every year they are so impressed at how fast you can manifest. You're getting faster and faster every year. Revision isn't just to correct things, it's to implant things so they grow to full power instantly when you come out of the imaginary act. Revision is like planting a seed in the past, so it's at full bloom in the now. You are living your dream life right now, so act like it. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this. I love you. Bye.